And we are done. Whew. School sucks. Hey guys, sorry for not posting for the last 3 months. I've been busy in summer school. And considering I only have a few days until the fall semester begins, I don't really feel like making a video. I know I haven't made a video all summer, but I don't care. So instead of, making a video, I think I'm just gonna go play some video games. You can watch if you want. Alright, let's go. What's this? You cannot escape. School. Oh wait, it's from Mario.
Hello! It's me, Mario!
What are you doing in my closet?
I heard you were done with school. Why stop learning?
I just finished up summer school and I'm just trying to unwind before I have to go back to class in a few days, so...
No! Being at the school is no reason to stop learning. Ah, video games! You like playing video games instead of learning. But who said it had to be one or the other? Hold on. I got some video games! Some entertainment games! Starring yours truly, Mario!
Thanks, Mario.
Bye-bye!
Well, I guess since we have nothing else to do, let's talk about some of these educational Mario games.
So the first game on our list is a bit of a strange one. Back in 1986, a Japanese company named Royal Industry Co., get this, an appliance and sewing machine company, got together and was like, you know what people really like? They like that Italian mustachoid guy. What if we made software that could help families knit together sweaters using the patterns of the characters in those games? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is I Am a Teacher Super Mario No Sweater, released exclusively for the Famicom Disk System. And may I say, what in this title screen lets people know that this is a Mario game? Looks more like a bootleg Mary Had a Little Lamb game. And looky there, there's the lamb right there. Alright, well, maybe the next screen is better. It's not. Basically, what the player would do is input their measurements and be able to select from 15 different patterns, including sweaters, cardigans, and vests. You've got characters like Mario, Luigi, Peach, and various other characters and items. After one is somehow able to finalize the design, users would actually send their designs to Royalty Industries, which would then be crafted into a physical sweater based on the digital design for a fee of 2,900 yen, or approximately $24 at the time. While it was a neat concept, it really didn't appeal to traditional gamers, because, well, it really wasn't a game, but rather a digital sweater designer customization software. It was more marketed for homemakers and hobbyists, and, well, your grandma. I really don't have much more to say about this, so let's just move on.
Alright, next game up is one that is pretty well known actually. Mario Teaches Typin'.
Mario Teaches Typin' was released in 1991 by Interplay as an officially licensed educational game, not developed by Nintendo, but made with their blessing. The idea was to capitalize on Mario's popularity to help kids, and maybe certain adults, learn how to type, but in a fun and familiar setting. It was released for MS-DOS, which will be most of the footage you'll be seeing, for it was the one I played for this video, you're welcome, but as well as released for Windows and Macintosh, each version offering minor differences. MS-DOS is the most basic, and Windows and Mac add in smoother visuals and sounds. Hey, yeah, look, there he is. That's Mario. Why did they give Toad a nose? I don't like that. At first glance, the game shows some promise. The art is colorful and sticks to the Mario aesthetic. Kinda. Maybe this game won't be so bad.
Welcome to Mario Teaches Typing!
That's not Mario. Mario doesn't sound like Mario because it's not the Mario we all know and love, but some guy named Ronald B. Rubin. Honestly, without Charles Martinet, Mario's voice feels off and a little bootleggy. Level 1 starts simple, having you type only letters, and after 2 minutes, it just stops. No music, no warning, just Mr. Professor Mario standing here looking like he's about to teach me swinging the alphabet.
C-A-C-C-E-C-C-I-C-C-I-C-O-So.
Rather than something entertaining like that, he just blandly informs you of all the errors you've made. I also didn't realize this, but at the beginning, if you set up a profile, you are actually able to complete the levels. Hint, hint. Change your words per minute goal and turn the lessons times down, because trust me, 5 minutes of this will make you want to stand in the middle of the road in a gorilla suit and get hit by a car.
Well, I mean, that's obviously not gonna happen. What's that? Oh.
But if you actually set up a profile and complete a level, you get a little cutscene. Wow. I did it. Fun fact, if you type over 1,000 letters, the game begins to bug out. I guess it wasn't programmed to handle my capabilities. Despite your errors, Mario still tells you how proud he is, because apparently showing up and saying good job is the new gold standard for teaching nowadays. Level 2 tries to raise the stakes, where instead of letters, we are typing words, and Mario is swimming and... oh no. Mario, look out! Mario's gonna get 8! Quick, Mario, swim faster! Swim faster! My fingers can only type so fast! Come on, Mario, we have to... Oh. Turns out your typing speed doesn't actually determine the speed at which Mario swims. Heck, you could stop typing entirely and Mario will still swim away safely. This is kind of a letdown, for it means there's no real challenge or risk at stake. It's all smoke and no fire. Now imagine if you did have to type fast. If you slip up, Big Bertha eats Mario whole, and you have to restart the level. Now that would give you a reason to want to improve, because failure would actually mean something. But no, that would be too exciting and fun, and we can't have that here now, can we? Okay, so future Gabe here. So I was gathering footage of the no type-in segment, and I realized that Mario actually does drown, sinks, whatever you want to call that, if you don't type for about 21 seconds. So I guess there is a kind of risk to the game, I guess. The game's still bad though, I'm not taking that back. Level 3 introduces full sentences, but nothing really changes. It's just longer things to type. Weirdly, they're all about history and football. What is this? I thought we were supposed to be teaching me how to type, not about the NFL and how it was founded in the 1920s. I can guarantee no kid is going to get 2 Wii remotes duct taped to a squirrel about this topic. Don't do that, by the way. Why not make it fun? Give us sentences about Bowser and his minions, or how many Goombas Mario's stomped on. And if you really want to stay with the history genre, at least give us cool facts about Nintendo or something. How the company was founded, who created it, how they came up with Mario's design, just something people playing this would actually care about. Like, did you know that in 2003, a China-exclusive plug-and-play version of the Nintendo 64 called the IQ Player was released? Now that's interesting. I would want to type about that. Yes, I know that was released post Mario Teaches Typing. It's just an example. It honestly feels like they were just trying to kill 2 birds with 1 stone here. Teach typing and sneak in a little educational content about history. But instead of enhancing the experience, it just makes the game feel confused about what it wants to be. The result? A typing game that's too boring to be fun and too shallow to be educational. They could have leaned into the Mario universe to keep players engaged, or even used genuinely interesting trivia facts about Nintendo's history to make learning feel rewarding. Instead, we get bland, unrelated facts about football and history that feel slapped on and honestly out of place. Last and finally, level 4 focuses on type-in word groups. But I mean, come on. It's just more of the same. The gameplay doesn't evolve, and the charm wears thin very fast. I mean, even the music has given up at this point. Everything is just dead silent and Mario just stares at you. Please stop, Mario. Please stop staring at me.
What's really frustrating about all this is it comes so close to being something great. It's rather just a glorified typing test with Mario plastered all over it. And don't even get me started with its sequel. If you can even call it a sequel, Mario Teaches Typing 2.
Since we all loved it the first time, of course we needed another one. Well, if it's gonna be more Ronald Mario, you can keep it. No offense, Ronald.
Oh, hello! It's me, Mario! And I want to thank you for choosing Mario Teaches Typing.
Oh my gosh. Is that? Yes, it is! It's Charles! Oh, please don't leave me again, Charles. I was so alone and cold. Mario Teaches Typing 2 is where the appearance of the floating Mario head clips we all know and love stemmed from. Many years back, I actually made a video where this Mario head terrorized me, but we don't need to talk about that. Also, I forgot to mention, I really don't like any part of this title screen. It just doesn't look like Mario. The colors look off and desaturated. There's some, interesting looking tentacles here. And Bowser's got this goofy face. He almost looks too friendly. Oh, my sweet Luigi. There's no need to be scared. These tentacles are actually quite friendly. Put it away, Bowser. That's freaky. One of the interesting parts about this game is that there are now these animated cutscenes. They play between the typing lessons and the levels of the game. They kind of fill in the gap of what happens between the levels. Let me just say, I honestly prefer the CDI cutscenes over these any day. There's just something so off and uncomfortable about this art style that I just don't like.
That was scary.
Alright, so level 1 has us running on a brick road while we type letters. Huh. And in level 2 we are under the water typing words while getting chased, and in level 3 we are in the castle typing sentences. Are you kidding me? It's the exact same game!
We've been scammed.
Mario Teaches Typing 2, despite its upgrades, doesn't fix any of the issues with the first game. There's no meaningful variation, same exact gameplay, some boring history topic, it's all the same. The cutscenes, despite looking like they were made in Flash, are interesting, but not enough to overcome the repetitive gameplay and uninspired content that made the overall experience feel stale and forgettable. In the end, the Mario Teaches Typing series are games with a great concept and strong presentation that ultimately fail flat in execution. It's just a typing test wearing a Mario costume.
Alright, so those were some pretty interesting titles. Let's move on to the next game. Super Mario Bros. And Friends When I Grow Up.
Super Mario Bros. And Friends When I Grow Up was released in 1992 for the MS-DOS. And what is it? Well, it's a Mario coloring book, featuring a handful of Mario characters and his friends. Is this supposed to be Mario? Because that ain't him. This game has no music or sound effects whatsoever. Like, I thought mine was broken at first because I wasn't hearing anything. No, that's just how the game is. On occasion, on some of the pages, you will have this little run button that once you click it, so there is sounds in this game. But why only here? I mean, we would eventually get Mario Paint that would basically do everything this game does, but 10 times better. But seriously, just coloring in complete silence is so awkward and boring. Hey Link, I didn't know you were part of the travel agency. Aren't you supposed to be in Hyrule fighting the Ganondorf guy? No? Alright then. Each of the coloring pages depict Mario and his friends working in different careers as a way to teach children about different jobs. You thought Mario was only a doctor and a plumber? Huh. Well, he is also a chef, an attorney, a race car driver, mechanic, a scientist, an astronomer, a carpenter, a rapper, a firefighter, a professional athlete, a computer programmer, a pilot, a ranger, a farmer, a marine biologist, a zookeeper, a police officer, a homemaker, an environmentalist, an astronaut, a barber. Basically, Mario is the boys' equivalent to Barbie. Huh. When they said these games were going to be educational, I expected a lot more, well, learning. Don't get me wrong, I like designing sweaters as much as the next, senior citizen, and coloring books can be pretty fun if you are learning how to color in the lines.
Come on now, I'm not a baby. Give me a game that challenges my mind, gets me thinking.
Mario heard you like them challenging. But you might like them hard.
What?
Mario is the game for you. For Dark Souls gamers who want to learn. There you go.
Thank you, Mario. Wait. Mario? Mario? Mario's missing.
Alright, before we go any further, word from the wise here. If you're playing a video game and it begins with the pixelated words the software Toolworks presents, immediately shut off your console, go outside and play with a stick, because that's going to be a hell of a lot more fun than this. Aw man, but I liked him. Well, he ain't missing now. He's right there. But there is the off chance that he may be dead. Mario is Missing, released for the NES, SNES, and MS-DOS is... well, how do I say this?
It's a poisoned chalice. A hollow bunny. A devil in disguise. Trojan horse. Good from far, but far from good. You know what I mean.
So I know the question that's on everyone's mind. How did the red mustachioed Italian go missing? Well, according to Mario Wiki, the plot goes as follows. In his latest scheme, Bowser decides to flood the earth with hairdryers from Have to Have It Hairdryer Hotline Corp to melt Antarctica. Well, that's a mouthful. Also, off to a great start already. The fire-breathing dragon who can melt ice relatively with ease is using hairdryers to melt Antarctica. Hairdryers. That makes sense. In order to buy the hairdryers, Bowser has his Koopas travel all over the world and steal various important landmarks he plans to sell. You mean to tell me this man is willing to kidnap princesses and steal significant landmarks like he is felonious Despicable Me Gru, but stealing hairdryers? Oh no, we can't do that. That crosses the line. This oversized frog is going to travel through time and steal artifacts so that he can afford hairdryers that he doesn't even need because he's literally a fire-breathing ducking dragon? Mario falls from the sky just to eventually have the earth open up beneath him and send him to the fiery pits of hell. Wait here. I'm gonna go find him. Luigi, he didn't go in there. He's down there. Even Yoshi's confused. In this game, we actually get to play as Luigi, making it the first time that Luigi was a main playable character. When we start the game, we see Luigi enter a room containing many doors. Upon entering one of these doors, we are welcomed to a very non-mushroomy, kingdomy looking world. Hey, I don't think this is the Mushroom Kingdom. Where's the green grass and the hills with the eyes? And the mushrooms? Gotta have mushrooms in a Mushroom Kingdom. To win each of these levels, we have to find 3 missing artifacts, stolen by nearby Koopas. Some of these Koopas get absolutely demolished when Luigi stomps on them. If you stomp on one without an artifact, they just poof out of existence. But if they do have an artifact, they either crumble, ascend, or explode. Once you've returned them to their respective locations, they don't just let you give the artifacts back. We need to prove our goods are authentic and not some cheap bootleg knockoff. We prove they're authentic by answering a few questions pertaining to the collected artifact. Now, how are you supposed to answer these questions? Well, by walking around and talking to the locals and reading newspapers, obviously. Once the artifacts are safely returned, Luigi pulls out his camera and snaps a quick photo, a keepsake of his accomplishment.
Okay, so we've beat the level now, right? Right?
Well, actually no. Even though you've returned the artifacts, the Pokey is still in the blue pipe that originally brought you here. Aw man, whatever will we do?
Man, if only we had a small bipedal dinosaur roughly the height of an Italian man with smooth pebbled skin that carries a soft vibrant green hue across most of his body that could scare away the pokey.
On the pause menu, there's a tab labeled the Globulator. Basically, using the information gathered from various sources, you need to guide Yoshi to your location so that he can complete his one and only task, scaring away the pokey. He doesn't even eat it, you approach it and it hides. Fine, whatever, at least he's gone. And once you enter the pipe, you officially beat the level and you are presented with some board score stuff. Nice.
Oh yeah.
Does this mean I have to do this 4 more times?
Okay, fine. I mean, it's not like I don't enjoy returning stuff like a stone from the Great Wall of China, a gladiator spear, and a baby elephant. Well, that's weird. Once you finish all 5 levels, you encounter Ludwig and fight him in an epic battle. He's actually pretty fast, so it can take a couple of minutes to stomp his head. Eventually, you defeat him and enter the passageway and...
You're telling me I gotta do this all over again? I gotta collect 15 artifacts?
No. No thank you. This wouldn't be an issue if the game was actually interesting. The game fails by being so repetitive, and trust me, you're gonna see that pattern a lot with these games. Every level is the same. Walk around the city, talk to NPCs, retrieve artifacts, return the artifacts. The game doesn't change, inciting a feeling of monotonous very quickly. The game also just feels slow. Finding the artifacts takes time. Talking to NPCs takes time. Finding the location for the artifacts only to find out that you don't have the answer to the question, so you have to walk around and find the NPC you haven't talked to yet just to find out that he's across the entire map, so you have to cross many streets just to get the information, then travel all the way back to the answer to the question correctly, but you don't know the answer to the next question. It's gonna take a lot of time.
Yeah, but luckily for you, I have a particular set of skills when it comes to these games, so it won't take me more than 5 minutes to complete every level. I mean, if you're a little kid, this would easily take you 30 minutes per level, and if it took me 30 minutes per level and there are 5 levels per floor, with a total of 3 floors, that's 7.5 hours of Luigi traveling around the world looking for dumb artifacts that he doesn't even map!
Oh, looky there, we finished the last level. That was easy. After we defeat Roy and enter the passage, we are greeted by the Red Hat Mushroom Gobbler himself. But uh-oh, Bowser's here to ruin the fun. But it's okay, because Luigi pulls a lever in which Bowser falls into a cannon and dies on the spot. Okay, not really. He gets shot into the sky. Bye-bye, Bowser.
I've been roaming around, always looking down at all I see.
He lands in the snow, freezing instantly, and crumbles. Well, dang, kind of gruesome, don't you think, Nintendo?
Okay, so Mario's mission was not really the platform and adventure we are used to from our Plummet brothers. But what are you gonna do? I mean, it's not like it can get any worse. Right?
Mario's early years, consisting of preschool fun, fun with letters, and fun with numbers, is a trilogy of educational games that somehow manages to feel less like a game and more like a school worksheet wearing Mario's overalls. Developed first for the MS-DOS and later ported to the SNES, these games attempted to teach the basics: letters, numbers, shapes, and categories, but forgets the most important ingredient of them all: fun. Each one of these games presents a click-based island system where we have Mario, Skinny Yoshi, and Potato Peach. The trio is adrift at sea with many different islands to pick from. Alright, preschool fun. Let's go to the island with the cow, cause cows say moo.
You picked the horse. You found the pig. You found the rooster.
Let's go to another island.
Let's see, ooh, this one looks interesting.
Let's go to Body World.
Yeah, so in this one, you just touch Mario. You touch Mario. How about we go check out the balloon island instead? Balloons are fun, right? I think I'm done with this one for ever. Alright, let's do fun with letters now. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Let's go to Alphabet World. A. Apple. B. Bowser. C. Crazy cat.
Let's be real. Have you ever, in any of your years being alive, wanted to hear a little robot girl say the letters and sounds of the entire alphabet while Mario stands on a gold pedestal in your Mario game? No? Oh, well then don't play this game, because that's all it is. Every single island, there's a letter, you click on the letter, you're done. You don't even get to control the characters. You click, and then you get to watch them move across the screen and collect it. And then that stupid kid repeats exactly what they just said.
You found Princess Toadstool that starts with P. Princess.
Look, I understand it's for kids, but this is just bad. It's insulting. Fun with numbers, yay! I can't wait. Let's do it.
You found the boot. They go together. They are the same. You chose a boot. They go together. They are the same.
Ah, yes, we are now in Mario's bedroom, where he has 4 pairs of shoes, an oversized bed, a drawer with 7 different colored socks, and one creepy Italian man who doesn't blink. There are so many things that are wrong with this. I don't feel safe. If you're a kid expecting an actual game, something with jumping, running, Goomba stomping action, forget it. These games feel like when you were in grade school on the bus and you see someone playing Super Mario 64 on their brand new DS, and you're like, whoa, that's so sweet. So you go home and you beg your mom for the same thing, only to be handed a Leapfrog Digi. This game isn't a game, it's an interactive museum with a bunch of Mario characters that don't add anything to it. I would genuinely rather file my taxes than play Mario's early years ever again. At least with my taxes, there's a bit of a risk and gives me a problem worth solving. These games, they're so empty and shallow they manage to fail both as educational and as entertainment. There's no sense of reward, no motivation, you don't feel like you're solving problems, you're just being paraded around a digital daycare center. And you don't even get to do anything with what you've learned. These games are just to distract kids while mom and dad are busy working. Look over here, Timmy, funny noise, bright colors, aren't you entertained? Luigi in every single one of these games is a good representation of how these games will make you feel.
Mamma mia!
There's just no charm whatsoever. Even the voice acting is flat. I mean, Mario doesn't even say a thing, leaving the lines to a monotone child narrator. And I mean, Luigi kinda talks.
Super!
But that's not even how he sounds. Now imagine if Charles Martinet had voiced the narrator instead, adding some energy and character. It wouldn't save the game by any means, but it would at least make it a bit more bearable at the very least.
Mario, I'm getting really tired of these games. They've all been pretty boring for the most part. Can we do something else? Like, can we play a board game or something?
Mario's Fundamentals. Oh, wait. Fundamentals? Mario's fundamentals? Get it? Nintendo, you pull a little sneaky on us. I see what you did there. Thought we wouldn't notice. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Actually, this game wasn't always called Mario's Fundamentals. Originally, it was called Mario's Game Gallery in 1995 by Interplay Productions, but later re-released as Mario's Fundamentals in 1998 by Mindscape. The game is a compilation of 5 different parlor games, but, you know, with Mario. Reminds me a lot of Luigi in Super Mario 64 on the DS. We've got Checkers, Go Fish, Bakugan, Dominoes, and Yacht. You know, I've been told I'm pretty good at checkers, so let's start with that one. I do want to mention, I really enjoy these cutscenes that play before each game. They're silly. Oh, okay, so it really is just checkers. And Go Fish is Go Fish. Except I could have gone without this kid saying Mario Go Fish. It really gets annoying after a while.
Mario Go Fish! Mario Go Fish! Mario Go Fish!
Honestly, what else can I say about this game? It's just playing parlor games, but with an NPC. And that NPC just so happens to be Mario, as well as everything around it. I don't know if I would call it educational. It's not like Mario is teaching me how to play these games, but it is what it is.
Now, is it fun? No. No, it's not.
I really didn't care for it all that much. Going in, I was a bit excited, but the gameplay is once again slow and repetitive. And if you don't already know how to play these games, it can be a bit tricky figuring out what to do. The only thing that Mario's Fundamentals taught us was that life must have been pretty boring before video games.
Mario, please, can we stop? I don't think I could play any more of these games.
Oh, you are almost out of time for the video, but good thing you got my time machine.
Originally released on the MS-DOS and SNES, developed by Software Toolworks in 1993, a year later another company by the name of Radical Entertainment would develop an NES version of the game. In this edutainment adventure, Bowser has created a time machine called the Timulator? The Timulator? It's spelled like simulator but with a T. Timulator? I don't know. He has stolen many valuable artifacts all across history, and it is up to Mario to break into Bowser's museum located in his castle and return all the artifacts before history is changed forever. It's almost like he did this before, but he was trying to steal stupid stuff and then buy stupid hairdryers he doesn't even need. When we start the game, we see 5 different pedestals with 5 different artifacts on top of them. We've got an apple, a music sheet, I think, and a book? Maybe? Alright, well, I took the apple. Now what? Oh, I guess this must be the time machine. But where do I go? Turns out that the R button actually opens up Mario's history assignment with a bunch of fill-in-the-blanks. Luckily for us, it also has the date on the top. So we put that in and... Oh man, look! Look at us! We are surfing the waves of time, dude! Now, although this is a small part of the game, this is a very good sequence which the others didn't include. It breaks up the monotony of everything. It's different. It's fun. There's a challenge to it. You have to collect 10 mushrooms and then go into one of the whirlpools. Once you enter it, you teleport back to the museum? Oh wait. There we go. As I was saying, once you enter the whirlpool, you are teleported to the date and location you have chosen for your historical mission. Each of the items belong to their respective historical figure, so this apple belongs to Sir Isaac Newton. But before you can just return their belongings, you have to partake in this trading quest first. You talk to the people around the town, learning more about the historical figure, gaining objects that you will trade with others to gain even more information to eventually be able to fill out your worksheet. Only after that you can talk to the historical figure, return their object, and return back to the museum to do it all over again. Alright, so I returned all 5 artifacts, and if this is anything like the previous game, I'm guessing I'm gonna go against some kind of boss fight, right? Nope. There's not one. The game just continues. Why? In Mario's mission we got a boss fight. Why don't we get one here? Fine, it's fine. Let's just do this a few more times and confront Bowser. So we ride the elevator, but before we make it, Bowser runs away just in the nick of time. The time machine explodes and Bowser seems to have been teleported to another time period. Wait, what? I did it in the wrong order?
So does this mean I got the bad ending?
Alright, I did it all over again, but in the correct order this time. I think. Let's try this again. So in the good ending, Bowser is teleported to the dinosaur era once again, but a dinosaur stomps on him. That's it.
I'm gonna be honest with you. This game wasn't half bad. Would I be willing to go out of my way to play it? No, not at all. But it was a lot better than a lot of the other games we talked about today.
I feel like compared to Mario is Missing, this game creates a more immersive environment for each time period, putting you in the past and historical scenes. The puzzles don't feel like it is just testing your knowledge on different tourist destinations, but rather you're actually learning due to the trading sequence. When returning objects, I don't feel like a glorified scavenger hunt, but rather deductive reasoning, and for those reasons, I believe that this has been the best game we've played so far.
Alright, Mario, I finished all your games. I played every single one of them, every educational Mario game to release. Here, you can take them back now.
Oh! Well, I'm glad you had fun, and thank you so much for playing my game, but it's a shame that the fun has to be over. I mean, we could play all of them over again if you really like to.
No.
Oh. Okay, well, Mario won't make you, but thank you so much anyways. Have a good day.
Alright, now that he is gone, there is one more game I want to talk about. It technically isn't a Mario game, but I thought it did a way better edutainment game than any of those games did. And that is Donkey Kong Jr. Math.
Now this right here, is a fun educational game. Well, at least the multiplayer mode is, which is the only part I'm going to be talking about. You play as Donkey Kong Jr. or Pink Donkey Kong Jr., and you move around the platform and stage, solving mathematical equations by collecting numbers and their operators to match the target values shown by Donkey Kong at the top of the screen. This game actually has a challenge to it. There won't always be 2 numbers that will equal the targeted value. You may need to solve a few equations to eventually get the targeted number. And also there's a chance that the opposing player can steal the number you were going to get, so you quickly need to think of another way to reach the target before they can. Take this for example. Donkey Kong started the round by holding up the number 49. The most straightforward solution would have been 7 times 7. Simple enough, right? Well, that plan quickly fell apart. My brother grabbed one of the 7s, but then accidentally picked up a division symbol. Realizing his mistake, he cleared his equation, but now that means there's only 1 7 left. So I had to get creative. With only a single 7 accessible, I went for the next best option, 7 times 6, which equals 42. That left me needing 7 more to reach 49, but like we said, that second 7 is gone. I added a 5 and a 2 to bridge the gap and finally hit the targeted 49. What made this moment satisfying wasn't just the math. It was the mental scramble, the quick thinking under pressure. I felt rewarded not for getting the right answer, but for being able to navigate around mistakes and outmaneuvering my opponent to score the point before they can. It's a moment like this where it makes Donkey Kong Jr. Math feel more like a competitive puzzle game rather than just edutainment. I don't want to talk too much about this game since this video is about Mario games, not Donkey Kong, but it just felt right adding a Nintendo edutainment title that managed to do it right.
And with that, that is every educational Mario game to exist. Did I have fun playing those games? No. Did I learn anything? Not really. Well, besides that, I would rather play something like the V-Smile than ever touch those games again. Yes, the V-Smile. This thing. The fact that this thing did better edutainment than anything Nintendo gave us is very sad, actually. That's probably why they don't do edutainment anymore. You know what? I'm okay with that. Anyways, that is all the time we have for today, and... Hey, Mario, what are you...
That was not Mario Edutainment.
Well, yeah, Mario, I just thought I would show them another title, you know?
My game's a soccer. What do you take me for, clown?
Be honest with you, Mario, I mean, your games just weren't that fun, I mean...
No. My games do not suck. I think you just don't know how to appreciate art. Which means you have to continue experiencing it until you can appreciate it over and over again until you get it right.
No, wait, Mario, please, I don't want to do it again. I don't know how many times I've done this again. I don't know more, please.
Bye-bye.
Hey guys, thank you so much for watching me rant about Mario games for 40 minutes. If you're still here, what is wrong with you? Big thanks to Adam for being the Mario you saw in this video. If you want to see more work by him and me, well, go check out Gojin Studios. That is a channel where me and my brothers do different parodies and skits. I am currently working on a psychological horror game video. Maybe it'll come out in October if you play your cards right. Anyways, that is it for me. Thank you so much. You all have a good day.